Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat at salamat muli sa pagbisita sa bahay ni Teacher Rocky. Ayan, katulad ng nakikita nyo sa pamagat ng ating video, ito na nga ang ating PMES Portfolio 2025 to 2026 para sa lahat ng mga proficient teachers o yung mga teachers 4 to 7. Ayan, yung mga nagtatanong, ito na po. Ipapakita na natin ang ating nabuong portfolio para sa mga proficient teachers. Pero bago yon, syempre, shout out muna natin ang lahat ng mga nag-comment mula sa ating previous video, yung ating portfolio para sa beginning to proficient teachers. Okay, umpisahan ko na kay Ma'am Joy Cervantes. Sabi niya, hello po ma'am, very helpful po ng video mo. Thank you for sharing, ma'am. Pwede po ma'am pahingi ng link ng template nyo po. Thank you so much and God bless, ma'am. Yes po, Ma'am Joy. Panoorin nyo lang po ng buo yung ating video at malalaman nyo po kung paano mag-avail. Next, si Ma'am Sofia Longaw. Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Could I avail the PMES portfolio for beginning towards proficient teachers for school year 2025 to 2026? Yes na yes po. Panoorin nyo lang po yung video. Ano po yung ating video para makita nyo po kung paano mag-avail. Si Ma'am Eduarda Micabalo. Si Ma'am Eduarda, napakasipag mag-follow. Thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am E, IPCRF template, ma'am. Ma'am, by this time, sana po napadalan na kita. Kasi i-message mo lang ako doon sa Facebook page ko, ha? Para mapadalan kita. Kung hindi pa kita napapadalan, sana napadalan na kita. Susunod po ay si Ma'am Hasmin Tuba. Hello po, Teacher Rocky. Salamat po. Sana meron po pang MT. Thank you po for the help. God bless you po. Thanks for the guidance. Yes po, maglalabas tayo ng para sa master teachers. Highly proficient teacher palabas na. Konting-konti na lang matatapos ko na. Ilalabas ko na to in the next few days. Pagkatapos nun, gagawin na natin yung para sa mga distinguished teachers. Okay? So, promise yan. Palabas na yung ating for highly proficient teachers. Abang-abang lang po tayo. Next one po, si Ma'am Linza Navarro. Hello po, thank you so much for your guidance. Watching from Tinok National High School, Tinok, Ifugao po. Hello po sa inyong lahat. Lahat po ng mga teachers, pati po ang inyong principal at lahat ng staff from Tinok National High School. Sana po lahat kayo ay nanonood. Tinok, Ifugao. Hello po sa inyong lahat. Maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood. Thank you. And then, galing kay Natchen Barrios. Natchen Barrios, okay? Hello po, ma'am. Ano po FB account nyo po? Ma'am or sir, panoorin lang po natin ang ating video. Linalagay ko po dyan yung ating FB account. Alam na alam yan lahat ng nanonood ng ating video. Next po, si Sir Ronald Montimor. Thanks po, Idol, ma'am. Maraming salamat din po, Idol, sir. From Chinchin. Thank you, ma'am. Salamat din po. From Elsa Carlos. Pa-share po ng template. Ma'am, all you have to do is watch the videos po. Paulit-ulit po ako. Panoorin nyo lang po yung video mula umpisa hanggang dulo. At hindi po kayo maliligaw. Next, from Maria Corazon Virtudazo. Thank you, ma'am. Very informative po ito sa amin. Pahingi po ng link po ng mga templates po. Yes po. Panoorin nyo lang po ang video. From Rosemary Calanao. Pa-share po ng mga binanggit nyo na attachment. Yes, ma'am. Panoorin nyo lang po ang video para po malaman nyo how to avail. Next, from Elizabeth Pakid. Thank you, ma'am, for your video. It's very informative po. Can I have the link po for this? Thank you, madam. If I have to pay, just PM me po. Just watch the videos, ma'am. Hindi kita mapi-PM kasi hindi ko alam ang iyong FB account. Now, ikaw ang mag-PM sa akin para masabi ko sa iyo. Panoorin niyo ang video kung paano kayo makikipag-communicate sa akin at mag-avail nito po. Si Ma'am Alona Telar, sabi niya, thank you, ma'am. Thank you din po. Si Ma'am Daisy Bell Days Dulawan. Good day po, ma'am. Pa-share po PMES 46, ma'am. God bless po. Eto na, ma'am. Ang hinihintay mo. Ayan na. Ilalabas na natin dito. Panoorin nyo lang po ito. From Athena Shakil. Atina Shakil. Okay? Pa-share po ng link, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Panoorin niyo lang po ang video. Si Ma'am Glenda Lumanglas, hello Teacher Rocky, hoping po na maka-access ng link. Thank you po agad. Salamat din, ma'am. Hello po, ma'am. Yes, nakasubscribe na po dito sa YouTube. Thank you so much, ma'am. Genevieve Ruiz. Next one, si Ma'am Arlene Garcia. Thank you so much, ma'am. God bless po. God bless you din po. Salamat po. Next one, si Ma'am Margines Stefan Truita. Hello po, Teacher Rocky. Pa-share po about PMES 4 to 7. Yes, ma'am. Ito ha, panoorin mo to hanggang dulo para malaman mo kung paano mag-avail. Next one, si Ma'am Nance Tugnaw, ang aking masugid na taga-subaybay. Sabi niya, thank you, Teacher Rocky. Na-miss din kita. Tuloy-tuloy pa rin tayo sa PMES serye. God bless. Yes po, tuloy-tuloy pa rin tayo at maraming salamat lagi po, ma'am. Dahil lagi kang nandyan on my every serye. Nandyan si Ma'am Nance Tugnaw. Salamat po, ma'am. Next one, si Ma'am Rama Hamerol. Thank you, ma'am. Malaking tulong po ito sa amin. Salamat din po. Next, si Maria Joanne Patron. Sabi niya, hi po. Hello po, ma'am. Okay. So, sa lahat ng mga nagtatanong paano maka-avail ng ating portfolio at lahat ng mga attachment kasama ng ating PMES portfolio para sa beginning towards proficient teachers, panoorin nyo lang po yung video. Wala po kayong kaligaw-ligaw. Makikita nyo po doon, pinapaliwanag ko kung paano mag-avail. You just have to follow that, okay? Kung hindi nyo po alam, ibig sabihin hindi nyo pinanood ang video at tinignan nyo lang yung title. Ganun, okay? So, pag nag-comment kayo how to avail, ay alam ko na, hindi nyo pinanood yung video. Kasi kung panoorin nyo lang po, ay makikita nyo po how to avail. Katulad nitong ating video for PMES 2025-2026 para sa lahat ng proficient teachers, sa lahat po na nagtatanong, wala na po kayong gagawin, sit back and relax. Panoorin nyo po ang video na to para malaman nyo how to avail. So, ito na po ang ating PMES for school year 2025 to 2026 para sa lahat ng mga proficient teachers. Ang nilalaman po ng ating portfolio ay hango sa nakasaad sa ating PMES tool for proficient teachers, teachers 4 to 7 para sa school year 2025 to 2026, ayon sa DepEd Memorandum 089 Series of 2025. At dahil kulay green ang ating PMES tool, ang ginawa nating portfolio ay kulay green na rin. Okay? So, this is our portfolio. And this is our teacher's profile. Yun yung second page natin. Linagyan lang natin ng teacher's profile para meron tayong pagkakakilanlan sa ating portfolio. Next one is the table of content. Nakalagay dito ang lahat ng KRAs. That is 6 KRAs included in this PMES tool. So, we will start with KRA 1, Content Knowledge and Pedagogy. So, this includes 3 objectives. Lahat po nitong 3 objectives na to ay pare-parehas na hinihinging means of verification. So, pinagsama-sama na lang natin siya. Pinag-isa na lang natin siya. So, objective 1 to 3, ang ating MOV ay ang ating Classroom Observation Tool, Rating Sheet, or Inter-Observer Agreement Form. So, dito i-highlight lang natin ang score natin para sa indicators 1, 2, and 3 ng ating COT dahil yun ang ating MOVs. Ilalagay lang natin sa annotation kung ano nakuha nating score for these objectives at ano ang RPMS rating nitong mga ito. Pupunta na tayo sa KRA2, Learning Environment. Sa KRA2 may 2 objective, objective 4 and 5. Parehas lang po ng KRA1. Ang hinihingi lang ditong MOV is our Classroom Observation Tool Rating Sheet or the Inter-Observer Agreement Form. So, i-highlight lang natin sa ating COT yung ating score para sa indicator 4 and 5. Yun yung objective 4 and 5 natin. So, then we'll proceed to KRA3, Diversity of Learners. Ang KRA3 po has only one objective and that is objective number 6. Ang objective number 6, means of verification ay COT rating sheet pa rin po or inter-agreement form. So, i-attach lang natin dito ang ating COT, highlighting our score for indicator number 6. So, yun ang ilalagay natin sa ating annotation. For KRA4, Curriculum and Planning. So, dito na tayo magkakaiba-iba. Under KRA4, meron tayong 4 na objective. Objective 7, 8, 9, and 10. For Objective 7, ang hininging means of verification ay COT rating sheet pa rin. So, ilalagay natin yung ating COT, highlighting indicator number 7 kasi yun yung ating Objective 7. Sa annotation, ilalagay natin ang ating score at ang kanyang equivalent na PMES rating. For Objective 8, dito na tayo magkakaiba-iba. Kasi ang Objective 8, iba ang means of verification. Buksan natin ang ating PMES tool para sa Objective number 8. Okay. So for Objective 8, ang ating pong objective participated in collegial discussions that use teacher and learner feedback to enrich teaching practice. So under this objective, we will be rated as to the quality and timeliness. So dalawa na po yan. Punta muna tayo sa timeliness. Magkakaroon tayo ng highest possible score na 5 if we reflected on the use of teacher and learner feedback to enrich teaching practice across 4 quarters. Meron tayong MOVs sa bawat isang quarter. So, 4 yun. Pag nalagyan natin lahat yun, so we get 5. Pag 3 quarter lang ang MOVs natin, that's 4. Pag 2 quarter lang ang MOVs natin, that's 3. At pag isa lang, that's 2 points. At kung wala, that's 1 point. Okay? So, kailangan bawat quarter meron tayong MOVs. So, sa quality naman, magkakaroon tayo ng outstanding score of 5 if we plan for the use of teacher and learner feedback obtained from the LAC sessions, meetings, other collegial discussions attended to enrich the teaching practice as evidenced by MOB4. Okay? Ano yung MOB4? MOB4 is action plan for enriching the teaching practice based on the teacher and learner. Okay? So, meron tayong action plan. Magkakaroon tayo ng 5 points. Pag ang nailagay lang natin ay MOV3, accomplishment report or minutes of the meeting of LAC session or other collegial discussions highlighting the teacher's contribution in the personal collaboration. Okay? So, pagdating dito, kailangan nag-attend tayo ng LAC session, gumawa tayo ng minutes of the meeting, at dun sa minutes of the meeting na i-highlight natin na tayo ay naging participant, nag-participate tayo, meron tayong shinare na insights as part of the meeting or as part of the LAC session. So magkakaroon tayo ng 4 points. Magkakaroon tayo ng 3 points lang kung MOV2 lang ang ating ginawa. Umattend tayo ng LAC session or any other collegial discussion that is according or aligned to our objective, pero gumawa lang tayo ng learning journal. Hindi tayo nakapag-share during the LAC session or the meeting. Wala tayong naging participation. Pero gumawa tayo ng learning journal out of the collegial discussion. Then we get 3. Ngayon, kung umattend lang tayo, wala tayong nagawang reflection, wala tayong ginawang learning journal, wala tayong ibang ginawa, umattend lang. So that's only 2 points. Okay? So on my example for Objective 8, naglagay ako ng isang MOVs kada quarter. So, pag 4 na quarter, meron tayo kahit anong MOVs doon. Basta bawat quarter, meron tayong MOVs. That's 5 points for timeliness na. Okay? Tapos, kung isa dun sa 4 na inattach natin ay MOV4, that's 5 points for the quality. Kung ito ay MOV3, ito ay 4 points. So, ganon. Katulad ng sinabi ko kanina. Okay. So, for the first quarter, naglagay ako ng reflection note or learning journal. Okay? For the second quarter, naglagay ako ng attendance sheet na ako ay nag-attend sa isang meeting or collegial discussion about this objective. For the third quarter, nagawa ako ng minutes of the meeting. Naka-highlight dyan yung aking participation sa meeting na yon. Okay? So, naging participant ako. Nag-share ako ng insight during the LAC session. Kaya, naka-highlight ko dyan kung saan part ako nag-share ng insights, okay? And for the fourth quarter, nagawa uli ako ng learning journal or reflection note. So for this one, ang aking score for the quality is only 4. Kasi wala naman akong action plan. Ang pinaka nagawa ko na is yung for the third quarter na sa minutes of the meeting or sa last session, nagkaroon ako ng participation. So that's 4. Okay? Pero sa timeliness, I got the score of 5 kasi nakapag-attach ako ng 4 na MOVs, 1 for each quarter. Para sa objective 9 and 10 naman, ang hinihinging MOV dito ay classroom observation tool pa rin. So, i-attach natin yung ating COT, highlighting our score for indicator 8 and 9. Yun yung ating objective 9 and 10. So, sasabihin lang natin ang ating score sa annotation at ang equivalent PMES rating nito. Okay? Then, we can proceed to KRA 5, assessment and reporting. So, for KRA 5, meron tayong dalawang objective. Objective 11 and 12. Okay? So, punta tayo sa ating PMES tool. Objective 11. Monitored and evaluated learner progress and achievement using learner attainment data. So, para dito, we will be rated according to the quality only. Okay? So, ang ating means of verification, any one of the following: class record, test result and analysis, remedial and intervention program plan, report on remedial and intervention program. Okay? So, for this objective, 2 lang ang magiging score natin if we only monitored learner progress and achievement with available recorded learner attainment data as evidenced by MOV1. Meron tayong class record. I-attach natin ang ating class record. Okay? So, that's only 2 points. Kung meron tayong test result, nakapag-attach tayo ng test result and analysis, that will be 3 points. Kung out of this test result and analysis, nagkaroon tayo ng remedial and intervention program plan. Nagawa tayo ng program plan for remedial and intervention. That's 3. That's 4 points, okay? And then, makakakuha tayo ng 5 points kung magkakaroon tayo ng report, accomplishment report, dun sa ginawa nating remedial and intervention program plan. So, hindi lang plano ang ginawa natin, na isagawa natin talaga itong remedial and intervention. Kaya naggawa tayo ng accomplishment report. So, we get the highest possible score. So, for this objective, nag-attach tayo, syempre we always aim for the highest possible score, nag-attach tayo ng report or accomplishment report. So, nagawa tayo out of the ating learners data, nagawa tayo ng remedial and intervention program at isinagawa natin ito at ipinapakita iyon dito sa ating accomplishment report as noted by our school head. Kailangan may mag-note niyan ha. Kailangan noted itong ating accomplishment report at hindi tayo lang ang gumawa. It's either our department head or our school head. Basta merong nag-note nitong ating accomplishment report. Then we get 5 points for the PMES rating. For Objective 12, punta tayo sa Objective 12. Dito, ang nire-rate sa atin dito ay quality, efficiency, and timeliness. 3 na, okay? Punta muna tayo sa efficiency. Magkakaroon tayo ng 5 points if we presented 4 acceptable MOVs. So, ito yung ating mga means of verification, ha? For Objective 12, ang objective natin, communicated promptly and clearly the learner's needs, achievement, progress, and achievements to key stakeholders, including parents or guardians. So, para dito, ang mga MOVs natin, dapat meron tayong sample corrected test paper of a learner in a learning area with the parents or guardian's signature, date of receipt, and feedback. Nagpa-exam tayo, ito na yung result, binigay natin sa ating estudyante, pinapirmahan sa magulang nila with date and feedback. Okay? Number 2, narrative documentation or minutes of meeting with key stakeholders. Nakipag-usap tayo sa ating key stakeholders, that includes parents or guardian, tungkol sa progress, needs, achievements ng kanilang mga anak. Then, we created a narrative documentation about this. That's 1. Another one, report card with parents or guardian signature and feedback in all quarters. Sa lahat ng quarters, supported by minutes of the meeting. Another one, communication log with key stakeholders using various modalities. Nakipag-usap tayo sa ating mga parents tungkol sa needs, progress, and achievement ng kanilang anak at using any modalities through letters o kaya through text, okay, messenger, yan. Basta kahit ano, meron tayong communication log. That's another MOVs. So efficiency, kung meron tayong mailalabas na 4 na MOVs, pwedeng bawat isa nito or pwedeng 4 na isang ganito. Basta 4 siya, okay? So that is 5 points. Pagdating naman sa timeliness, magkakaroon tayo ng 5 points kung makakapaglagay tayo ng kahit anong MOVs sa bawat quarter, 4 na quarter. So, per quarter, meron tayong MOVs, okay? Na isagawa natin tong bagay na to, tong objective na to in all 4 quarters. Pag 3 quarter lang, that's 4 points. Pag 2 lang, that's 3 points. Pag 1 lang, that's 2 points. Pag wala, edi 1 point, okay? For the quality naman, makikita natin sa quality, magkakaroon tayo ng 5 points if we have implemented steps to address the identified learners' needs and support progress and achievement based on the communicated information as shown in the MOVs submitted. So, nakapag-implement tayo ng steps, nakapagsagawa tayo ng mga hakbang para ma-communicate natin promptly and clearly sa ating mga stakeholders ang bawat learner's needs, progress, and achievement. Okay? So, kung magkakaroon tayo ng 4 points, if we have secured commitment and agreement, nakapag-secure lang tayo ng commitment and agreement, kinausap natin, nakita natin ang isang bata, ito ang needs niya, progress and achievement, kinausap natin ang magulang, nagpirmahan tayo ng commitment and agreement, so that's 4 points. 3 point lang if we only communicated promptly and clearly, nakipag-usap lang tayo. Okay? Sinabi lang natin, tatapos na yon, so that's 3 points. 2 points lang if we communicated learners' needs, progress, and achievement to key stakeholder, but with inadequate details of information. Sinabi natin, pero hindi malinaw yung mga information, so that's only 2 points. Okay? So sinabi lang natin, nagpa-meeting tayo, pero hindi natin dinetali ano yung mga pinag-usapan sa meeting, so that's 2 points. Okay? So, for this one, nag-attach tayo. Syempre, kailangan natin ng highest possible score. Nag-attach tayo ng 4 na MOV. So, that is 5 points for the efficiency. Ipinakita natin lahat ng 4 na MOVs na to happened in 4 quarters. First, second, third, and fourth quarter. Bawat quarter, meron tayong MOV. So, that's 5 points in the timeliness. Okay, sa quality naman, so, nag-attach ako sa first quarter ng sample test result, tapos na may pirma ng magulang, at may date at may feedback ng magulang. For the second quarter, minutes of meeting with parents. Nag-meeting ng parents, tapos ito yung mga minutes of the meeting. Okay? For the third quarter, naggawa ako ng agreement and commitment form. Commitment and agreement with the parents. So, ito yung kinausap ko yung parents, nandoon yung anak niya, nandoon yung parents, ito ang needs, ito ang progress, achievement, ito ang kailangan nating gawin. So, si magulang pumayag, nag-agree, at nag-commit para matulungan ang kanyang anak. Okay? So, pirmado ng magulang, pirmado ni teacher, pirmado din ng anak. Pero kung nasa elementary kayo, nasa primary grades kayo, hindi na kailangan i-include ang anak. Magulang at teacher lang. Okay? And then, for the fourth quarter, naglagay ako ng sample sample card ng ating estudyante na may pirma ng magulang in all 4 quarters. So, report card with signature in all 4 quarters. Tapos, minutes of the meeting nung distribution of the report card. Okay? So, yun yung ating objective 12. For KRA 6, last KRA na tayo, personal growth and professional development, meron tayong 2 objective. So, punta muna tayo sa objective 13. So, objective 13, quality lang ang ating rinarate dito. Apply the personal philosophy of teaching that is learner-centered. So, mag-apply tayo, nakagawa tayo, nakakuha tayo ng philosophy of teaching that is learner-centered at in-apply natin to sa ating pagtuturo as evidence sa ating lesson plan, activity sheet, visual aids, instructional materials, assessment materials, or others. Just please specify. Dapat nakalagay dito with annotation describing the application of a personal philosophy of teaching that is learner-centered. So, bukod dun sa ating document, may kasama siyang annotation kung saan natin pinapaliwanag ano ang kaugnayan, anong philosophy yung ginagamit natin, anong kaugnayan nito dito sa ating document na in-attach. So, magkakaroon tayo ng 5 points if we have proved that we exhibited a well-developed learner-centered philosophy, na execute natin yon with clear evidence-based rationale, showing how it shaped thoughtful, effective instructional materials and strategies supported by detailed and insightful reflection. So, detalyado yung ating annotation. So, for objective 13, nag-attach ako ng lesson plan na ginamit ko. Dito sa lesson plan na to, ipinakita ko yung mga parts kung saan ko tinagawa o in-execute yung philosophy of philosophy of teaching that is learner-centered. Okay? So, ayan naka-highlight. Pagkatapos, tinamahan ko yan ng annotation. Sa annotation na to, pinaliwanag ko clearly with rationale kung ano yung ginamit kong philosophy at kung paano to nakaka-shape ng learners, and then linagay ko kung paano to nagkaroon ng kaugnayan sa aking document or lesson plan na inattach at ano ang magiging effect nito sa teaching learning process. Okay? So, pinaliwanag kong mabuti. So, nakakuha ako ng 5 points dito. Pero, of course, this will depend on the analysis of our rater. Hindi lang tayo ang magdesisyon kung anong ilang points ang nakuha natin dito. Ipapakita natin to kay rater at siya magdedesisyon if we got the 5 points, 4, 3, 2, or 1. Okay? So, let's go to objective 14. Ang objective 14, alam na natin to, kabisado na natin to dahil kasama to sa lahat ng mula pa sa RPMS hanggang PMES. So, ito yung set professional development goals based on the Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers. Any one of the following, yung certification from the ICT coordinator na na-accomplish na natin yung ISAT, yung ating IPCR FDP na ginagawa during phase 2 of the PMES cycle, the mid-year review form na ginawa ni Rati kasama ang rater, and ang ating updated IPCRF development plan from phase 2, finalize na natin sa phase 4. Okay? So, any one of the following. Now, this is being rated according to the quality, efficiency, and timeliness. Efficiency, misahan natin sa efficiency, pag nakapag-attach tayo ng 4 acceptable MOVs, lahat yung MOVs na hiningi, meron tayo, then we get 5 points. Kung tatlo lang, 4 points. Kung dalawa lang, 3 points. Kung isa lang, 2 points. Sa timeliness, okay? Hindi, punta muna tayo sa quality. Sa quality, magkakaroon tayo ng 5 points if we have updated professional development. So, meron tayong phase 2, tapos na-update natin siya, na-finalize natin siya. During the phase 4, meron tayong 5 points. Lahat naman tayo, kailangan naman talaga nating i-finalize tong development plan na to kasi kailangan nating mag-submit ng IPCRF. So, lahat tayo magkakaroon ng 5 points. Hindi pwedeng hindi tayo magkaroon ng 5 points. Otherwise, di tayo makakasubmit ng IPCRF. Okay? So, sigurado na tayong lahat na meron tayong 5 points dito sa quality. Sa timeliness, okay? Kailangan daw lahat ng 4 MOVs na to ay naisagawa natin sa tamang panahon, sa tamang phases. Okay? Sa tamang PMES cycle. Okay? Dito na tayo hindi magkakaroon ng highest possible score. Bakit? Kasi lumabas ang lahat ng tools na to October na. Okay? So, yung ISAT, kahit na isagawa natin, hindi yan natin na isagawa ng first quarter o phase 1. Okay? Kasi lumabas siya October na. Phase 3 na tayo halos doon. Okay? So, definitely hindi. Yung IPCR FDP, pwedeng nakapaggawa tayo niyan. Phase 2 kasi yan, okay? At saka pwedeng ang ginamit natin yan, yung dati pang IPCRF development plan natin. Pwede yon. Yung mid-year review form, pwede. Nagkaroon tayo kasi lumabas naman ang ating tools ay October. So, mid-year yon. So, pwedeng nakapag-MRF tayo on phase 3. Yung updated IPCRF development plan, updated yon. So, definitely, sa phase 4 yon. Kaya, meron tayo nun. Pasok yon sa timeliness, okay? So, hindi tayo makakapag-submit ng 4, definitely. 3 pwede, okay? So, 3. So, dun lang tayo sa 4 points, highest possible score. Bawi tayo next year. Next year, umpisa pa lang phase 1, kaya na natin gawin lahat to. Kasi kompleto na ang ating mga tools, okay? So, for this one, I have attached, of course, the certification from our ISAT, ang ating accomplished na IDP, and then ang ating MRF, and ang ating updated IPCRF development plan. Ayan ha, maliwanag na ang ating PMES portfolio para sa lahat ng proficient teachers ngayong school year 2025 to 2026. Ang malaking tanong, how to avail? Ayan, tsaka sagutin natin to kung nakarating ka hanggang dito sa part ng video na to, malalaman mo how to avail. All you have to do po is to message me on my Facebook account, okay? Dito kasi sa YouTube, hindi tayo makakapagpasahan dito ng mga files, okay? So, pupunta tayo dun sa aking Facebook account. So, you have to make sure na naka-subscribe kayo dito sa ating YouTube channel at naka-follow kayo sa ating Facebook account. Tapos, i-message nyo ko doon sa ating messenger. Ito yung ating Facebook account. Mag-send kayo ng message sa aking messenger dyan at doon tayo mag-uusap. Okay? So, itong ating portfolio for proficient teachers comes in a package. It includes 10 plus 8 documents, okay? Or files na kasama dito sa package na to. Kasama na yung ating portfolio with complete MOVs and annotations. Kasama lahat yan. Kasama lahat ng mga attachment natin para sa lahat ng non-classroom observable indicator, okay? Ang non-classroom observable indicator natin ay 5. Lahat ng attachment na linagay ko dito sa portfolio na to, kasama yan sa package, okay? At meron din tayong kasamang sample MRF, meron tayong MRF template, meron tayong IPCRF template. So, lahat yun kasama sa ating package. All you have to do is message me on my Facebook account. And don't forget to like this video. Kung nagustuhan nyo po itong video na to, huwag po kayong mag-atubiling mag-like. Yan po ay malaking tulong para sa akin. Comment on this video. Malaking tulong po sa akin pag nag-comment kayo dito sa video at sa aking Facebook account din. Ano po? And share this video din para sa lahat ng ibang teacher na gusto pa din nating maratingan ng ating mga information. I-share lang po natin. Maraming salamat po. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel and on my Facebook account din. I-follow din natin yon para naman tayo ay nagkakatulungan. Tinutulungan ko kayo, tinutulungan nyo din ako. Diba? Masaya ang mundo. Nagtutulungan tayo. Ayan po ang ating video for today. Abangan nyo po ang ating next video. Ilalabas ko na ang ating portfolio para sa lahat ng highly proficient teachers. I'll see you on my next video. Keep on smiling and God bless everyone. Bye!